Welcome back to another video. I know, it's been a long time, and I'm sitting here with the notorious chipmunk herself. Just so I can get some more views. Just kidding, kind of kidding. But listen, I know there's been a lot of questions about why we have not been posting so much together and where I've been the last few months.
But before we even get into that, be sure to hit a like on this video. Comment down below too what video you
Okay, but before she's talking about all that. Anyways, cue the intro. Okay, so the way we are gonna do this is I'm gonna describe my end of the story without Moses interrupting, and then Moses is gonna tell her side of the story, and then we're gonna have a conjoined conversation as to what it is that's going on, and then you guys can tell us like who you think is telling the truth and who's lying, because you know, there's one side, the other side, and then what actually happened. So always three parts. So to begin with, obviously, as many of you guys know, that Moses and I, we hang out a lot. We travel kind of like all over the place. You know, we do a lot of very similar things together. It does raise a lot of confusion on the internet as to why we do this. And you know, that is the basis of this story. So basically guys, Moses and I, most recently were in Hawaii. A lot of you guys know, when my, bag and all that stuff got thrown in the water and I lost my bracelet and the car keys and all that. And I was sitting there thinking in my head, maybe this is a sign from, whoever's up in the sky that, maybe we just travel just a little bit too much and maybe we should take a nice relaxing time to ourselves, because I feel like for you guys as the audience, you guys just see us together and you guys start speculating and putting one thing or another together. And the basis of this, it all started when we got back and Moses was talking about how she was gonna take a break and go back to Kansas because she neglects her family and her dogs and all that stuff. And I'm like, you know what, as a good person, Moses, I think that you should go spend some quality time with your family because you haven't seen them very much. I think you're just not doing the right thing here. And so in the meantime, Moses went back for like a day and she starts going on all these dates and has like a whole entourage of all these boys that are basically sending her millions of roses and flowers to her door on Valentine's Day. Whereas I'm on my grind, I'm fighting demons, I'm getting ready for football season, it's right around the corner, and Moses is out and about Kansas City going on dates and having many suitors that are willing to cut off a limb to just say good morning to her on a day-to-day basis. And so basically what happened was, obviously, when you're too out to handle like me, guys just don't like me very much. And so Moses actually got a boyfriend, and he wasn't a big fan of me for obvious reasons, because I know Moses like the back of my hand. You could couples quiz me on this girl. I would, in a fair defense, I would go any couples quiz with her and any person she's ever had a romantic relationship with, and I'd be pretty on par with it, because I hang out with her quite often. And so this guy, he didn't really like it very much, and he was kind of he was a little bit scared of me. Rightfully so. When you're 6'5", gorgeous and light skinned, it's rightfully so to be scared of me. And the difference between me and a lot of other guys is Moses is pretty popular. She's pretty respectfully YouTube famous, social media famous in her own category, and a lot of people don't have that. And so I obviously have my own fan base, my own spectrum. So I feel like I didn't really need that. And he takes it as like a threat. I don't really need anything from Moses. Moses don't need nothing from me. Whereas guys like who she was dating are more like focused on what they can get from her and stuff like that. And so this happened around Valentine's Day. So I took some time. I was away, and Moses went to Florida, and she was on vacation with this guy, and they're having like all of this fun lovey time. And I'm sitting there texting Moses trying to check on her, make sure she's good and stuff. And she was ignoring me and stuff. And it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, because I'm like, I get we're not traveling as much anymore, and I get you got real life stuff going on, but I got feelings too sometimes. And you just kind of just shut me out, and like it means like I'm nothing to you. And then so basically what happened is Moses's tire popped. They were broke down the side of the road, a couple hours away from me, and he didn't know how to change a tire or anything. And so I took it upon myself to drive 3 hours and drive to where they were to rescue Moses and said boyfriend. And so I get out there. It took me like 15 minutes, blue collar, in my Air Force Ones. I was swapping out all these tires, boom, boom, boom. Got them on the road again. man, met her boyfriend, shook his hand, whoop-de-whoop, they got in the car and they drove off. You know, I finally get a text back from Moses like, hey, you know, appreciate you, thank you for coming and, you know, saving me, because, you know, I wouldn't know what I would do without you. And I was like, yeah, no problem. And so I sent her another text. I was like, you know, I got a game coming up. You know, I know we don't hang out as much anymore, but I'd really like for you to pull up. I know you've been hanging out in, you know, LA a lot and doing all this and that with your new boyfriend, and, you know, like just old Chasey would like to see every once in a while. And so anyways, guy didn't like I sent her this text. He was like, you know, it's either me or that guy. And, you know, Moses was like, you know, forget Chase. Like, it's always you. It's always you. And then, you know, I sent her another text. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to cause any conflicts between you and this boyfriend. So obviously pick the boyfriend. And so he went and messaged me on Instagram and said some crazy stuff. And so basically, you know, at that point was like, you know, I don't think it's really worth, you know, getting into all this with this boyfriend. So what I did was I screenshot the conversation. I sent to Moses. I'm like, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, make this guy insecure or anything. Well, anyways, this guy, you know, he was just so obsessed with the thought of me that, you know, kind of, you know, divided like the relationship a little bit more, even though she already picked this dude over me and all this and that. He was just still worried about me. And so, you know, Moses had promised she would come to my first game anyways. And so she came to the first game. The boyfriend didn't want to come. And basically, you know, while she was there, she stayed a couple days, and then he didn't like that very much. And so like, they ended up, like, you know, breaking up. And so after they broke up, guess who came running back? Moses came running back. And she's like, you know what? You know, you're such a good person, Chase, that I should have never, you know, created an ultimatum for you. And I was like, you know what? I forgive you. We can get right back on track with this thing. And, you know, we'll start cranking out the content again, because, you know, everybody loves a good Chase and Gab, Chase and Moses. So let's get back on track with this thing. And then, you know, fast forward, you know, to now. I'm on temporary leave of absence for football right now. So, you know, I'm back to focusing on, you know, getting back to the content, getting back to, you know, beautiful deliverables for you guys. And that's basically what happened.
Okay, is it my turn yet? I have been trying to shut up and not say anything. Also, I didn't have a voice yesterday, so if I can't talk, that's why. I don't know what rock he fell and hit his head on. There was never a boyfriend.
The cuteness rock, the stud rock.
Sometimes I want to grab this pillow and just like smuggle you with it. I don't know what he is thinking.
Smother.
Smother.
Smuggle?
Smother.
Say Harry Potter.
Anyways, so yes, we went to Hawaii. It was fun. Then while I was there, I realized I have not seen my family in a really, really long time. You guys even know I made a YouTube video about it, literally saying how I need to spend more time with my family, realizing what my goals are. So I just had to stay home for a while. There's no boyfriend. Nothing like that, Chase. Let's not get the people confused. I was not dating anyone back then or anything at all. I might be a little social butterfly. I can't help if people fall in love with me. I just can't. I'm very hard not to like. You've even said that yourself, right?
No.
Yes. I did make a promise though to Chase to always come to his first game. And so I kept that promise and I went to the first game. We were talking throughout all of this, guys. Don't
She
make
left
this
early
scene.
from the first game.
No.
Yes.
No.
She left early from the first game.
That was a scrimmage. I was at a scrimmage and his actual first official game. I did not leave early from your official game. Thank you very much. I was there and watching with your friends.
Anyway, so this boyfriend that she
There
was
was no friend.
she went to Florida with him.
I went to Florida for my grandma's
If you guys remember my
birthday.
TikTok live, I was talking about it.
I went for my grandma's birthday. Do you guys want to see the Instagram post that I literally posted on my second
before
Instagram?
you guys start, you know, believing her over me, because I know you guys like her more, just keep in mind, she's not gonna tell you guys on YouTube if she's got a boyfriend. I'm the one that keeps it real with you guys. She's capping right now. She dropped me for this. I would never lie to you guys. I'm a truther.
Really, Chase?
Truth.
Really?
So anyways, you know how she didn't finish her story, guys.
There was nothing else to the story. It was I was here
So
spending
all
time
you
with
said was
myself and
all
my
you said was
family.
New Year's, and you said family, and then you said I came to your first game. There's a 3-month gap in there.
2-month gap. But yes, I was here home working. You guys saw all the Instagram stories of me working out, doing literally nothing. I'd wake up, I'd work out twice a day, not really do much. I went on spring break, then I went to LA for a few days, and then I got my teeth fixed in Arizona. That was it. And then I came to your first game.
So obviously you guys can tell who's telling the truth here.
I've only ever dated 2 people in my entire lives, guys.
You could combine the stories.
You can see who the bullshitter is.
You get a pretty good.
I wonder who that is.
Hey, look, I am the one trying to convince you.
He's
Y'all
the
see-
one trying to start issues and make everyone comment on this video. Gab had a boyfriend. It was a boyfriend.
How dare her, guys?
How dare you?
I would never lie to you
He
guys.
is literally using me for views.
I know, this is crazy. It's like I'm clickbaiting or something. But listen, as always, like I always keep it a man on this channel. So, you know, there was no boyfriend, guys.
Thank you.
I know she's gonna stress out about that. There was no boyfriend.
No, you were just annoying me.
Basically, I was away working. I can't really say what I was doing, but I was away working, so I was not even in the remote hemisphere. I was on a different side of the planet for a while, and then I went from straight there to football. I was grinding. I'm still grinding. Trying to get to an NFL camp this year, so I'm gonna keep you guys super posted on that. I really am feeling good about getting into NFL training camp this year, and so
And who was on the phone while you were working in a way? Me. I was being a good supportive friend. Thank you very much. Guys, don't think there was like an argument, a fallout, or anything like that. No.
We do argue and follow something. You know, like I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be keeping it a band with you. Like the way like her and I argue, it goes like this. Like it's more of like we don't really argue unless it's like something to argue about. I'm very big on don't get caught up in like the little things, because I always say there's worse things going on in the world than to be upset about like little things. And obviously like I've been talking a lot about like mental health and staying like locked in because like that's a very serious thing. It's a very serious thing for a lot of people, as an athlete, as an influencer, as a TV person, even from her end. And so I think that it's also important to do a lot of things that aren't on camera. So like just because like you guys have not seen us posting a lot together, me and Moses were very much in touch. Like we were talking a lot still. There was never like a
We just weren't physically in the same spot.
Exactly. And I think that throughout like the last few months, when she talks about getting closer to her family, I was the one telling her that she needed to do that. So while she's trying to capture y'all and say like I tell her to do all these bad things, I was the one that's like, I think you should do this and this and this.
Say that. It was Chase was the friend I was talking about in the YouTube video, guys.
And I think that you know, we are gonna be posting a lot more. We're gonna get back to like our, you know, vacation sling. You know, like the beginning of any year for me, like Q1 is like very busy for me. Obviously I have football. I'm a TV person, you guys know that. I also have like a lot of influencing things that I need to, you know, be on top of. So I stay pretty busy, she stays pretty busy. I think that, you know, obviously I think it gets construed on here sometimes. Like you guys gotta realize, like she lives in Kansas and I live in
Missouri.
Los Angeles.
I live in Kansas City, Missouri, right next to Kansas.
Okay, like
you don't even know where you are right now.
I'm in the Midwest somewhere, bro. It was like snowing yesterday and 90 degrees today, so like I don't know. But regardless, like I think you guys also gotta remember, like we live on two different sides of the country, so it's not always easy to be together all the time. And I think that you know, we need to be more invested into like these story times and stuff like that. So that's on me. I really would like to crank out, you know, like a story time and a Q&A like once a week, but obviously, you know, we stay pretty busy doing other things. So this is my channel, which is why she's not talking as much.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn to shut up because I may have posted a video on TikTok and everyone said I was talking over him, which I was.
It's like a notorious thing. I'm more of like I don't say a whole lot unless like I get really. See, a lot of people think like I'm like a dickhead when they first meet me because they'll be like, oh, he doesn't speak, he doesn't look, he doesn't talk. My thing about it is
listening.
I listen. Like you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should listen twice as much as you speak. And I think like I'm honestly one of the nicest people in the world. So like I think that I really don't talk to people that I don't really know because like obviously guys, I grew up in a really rough area and you don't really talk to people you don't know. And you know, that's where we differ very much. You know, she grew up in a gated community and I grew up.
It wasn't gated.
I grew up with people who got out from being gated. There's a big difference in our lifestyles. Yeah, basically that's my story time for the day. Also, she went on a date. Here's the thing, guys. If we ever go to a steak dinner, she's paying for it.
I'm ordering a steak, guys.
Yeah, she's paying for that too. I don't care how much money you want to pay. I think whoever orders the most pays for the bill. Just kidding. Guys, just so we're all clear on this too, I pay for 90% of the meals.
No, you pay for more than half.
I pay for more than half. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, you guys want to hear another little brief story time of a moment that she made me feel like a total asshole? We go to this steakhouse in Alabama called Perry's one time. Phenomenal steakhouse.
Oh.
We ordered like a lot of really good food.
Your friend was with us.
Yeah, we had a friend. It was like me, my friend Chris, who you guys have seen me post videos with, and her. We were all eating. It was so good, blah, blah, blah. And so like we have this thing where we'll tell restaurants like it's one of our birthdays. And I just happen to be like, you know, the first one to shoot and be like, oh, it's actually her birthday. And so basically, the lady was super nice and she brought over like the desserts and stuff. And she was like, happy birthday, blah, 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 blah. Well, at the end, I had full intentions of paying for the meal. And so
she got up and went to the bathroom.
So we're sitting there and she comes over with the bill. She brings me the bill because obviously like I'm sitting right next to her. It's her birthday. I'm hyping her up. She brings me the bill for the meal. And Moses has her card out. So Moses pulls her card out and hands it to the lady. And the lady she goes, oh, sorry. Like I'm just so used to giving it to. And I'm sitting there thinking in my head, what was this waitress waitress thinking when I've been hyping up it's her
No, I
birthday,
had already
and then she
told her
pays
that.
for her own birthday meal.
I already told her though, when you were in the bathroom, I go just put it all in one because I was gonna pay for it.
I was literally just shaking my head like, there's no way that this lady just brought me the tab.
What's funnier is it was a really expensive steakhouse.
It was like
it was $400.
Exactly, and I'm sitting there thinking like, this lady just thinks I just made this birthday girl who is sitting right next to me, who in her head is probably like, oh, they're dating. She hands me the bill, but really I'm not paying for it. It's her paying for her own birthday meal.
Well,
So you
in my mind, this is the reason why I did it, was because you guys had just played in a game, and I got to like come down and watch you guys play. And so I was like, in my head, this is like a, oh, nice gesture.
which
Thank
is
you.
fine. Like, we were very
But
thankful.
he just looked like a dickhead because he said it was gonna
Yeah,
be.
yeah, right. So like it just backfired on me. Which is fine. Like most you can buy dinner every once in a while. Like it's not that big of a deal. But like in that circumstance,
And we purposely ordered like the most expensive steak.
exactly. And so when and I'm sitting there talking to the lady about like, oh, what's this steak? What's this steak? Like give me like all these expensive ass options. I'm ordering like all of the food. So it's like basically all on me. Because in my head I'm sitting there thinking like, I'm probably gonna end up paying for this dinner anyways. And then she comes to bring me the bill, and then Moses hands her card. So in that lady's head, she's like, this jackwad just ordered all the most expensive stuff. Was hyping this girl up about her it being her birthday, and then she's paying for her own birthday.
But what this lady should have realized too, I ordered a glass of wine and she checked my ID. It was not my birthday.
Yeah, that's also
So-
something I brought up when we were talking about it. I told Moses, I was like, she totally like looked at your ID too and didn't.
Yeah,
even-
it's like she probably also understands that like it wasn't my birthday.
There's our two brief story times.
Yeah, 2 in 1.
Give it a band. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, guys, I'm almost at 30K followers. I'm gonna do a giveaway at like, I don't know, like 50K. I don't know. I'll figure out something good. for
He
you.
needs 100K plat, guys. So send this to your friend and tell them to subscribe.
Share, because like, you know, these videos get a ridiculous amount of views as it is, and I always keep it a band. So if you guys like this type of video, make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, like, comment, all that good stuff, and we will see you guys in the next one. Check us out. Peace.